My name's Jeremy Smith. I am the founder and CEO of Neural Voice. I doubt many people in this room have heard of us, but I'm going to change that today. So I want to start with what can be a powerful question. What happens when your brand can actually speak? Not just metaphorically, but actually audibly speak. When you talk to your customers in a real conversation, when you can instantly and intelligibly get your brand's tone of voice across to its audience. We spent decades writing and teaching our brands how to write, send emails, web copy, ads, and we're doing that more and more with AI, text-based. But we're only starting to learn now what we can do when our brands actually talk. And what we're finding is when brands can speak, they can sell. Let me walk you through a moment that you've probably experienced as a business yourselves and as a customer of other businesses. So, a customer visits your site. They like what they see, they fill out a contact form. They've shown interest. Awesome, you've done your job, you've got them to that stage. Now, imagine instead of going into a queue and waiting for your team to call them back or get an email follow-up from you, your brand's calling them instantly. Not a call center, not a chatbot, your brand. It sounds warm, it sounds inviting, and it already knows who they are. It asks a few smart questions, it can give helpful answers, and it books a meeting right with your sales team right there and then. And no one on your team has ever had to lift a finger. It's able to do it 24/7, 365 days a year in any language, in any country in the world. Now, that's not a future vision. That's Neural Voice. That is what we provide for our customers, and it's here today. Here's how the moment usually plays out right now if somebody fills out a form on your website. They put in their information, and then they sit there waiting. They wait, you find a time to call them back. Maybe your staff aren't in at that moment, maybe the main person that calls back is on holiday, maybe they're on lunch break, who knows? It's very rare people call back straight away. Now there's a stat that I always talk about, which is if you call back an inbound lead within 5 minutes, you're 21 times more likely to convert it than if you wait half an hour. And it's diminishing returns from that point onwards. The longer you wait, the less likely it is to convert. Now, at that point, when you eventually call them back, they've moved on. They've either looked at a competitor, or they're in a meeting, or they're not working anymore. You're not capturing them when their attention is focused on your brand. That lead goes cold, the opportunity becomes lost, and conversion rates diminish. Now, we call this the digital silence problem. It's not just a sales issue, it's an entire brand issue. Now, your customers have come to expect immediacy. They want people responding to them as soon as possible while they're actively thinking about the problem your business solves. So, silence kills conversion. Now, here's what's crazy about it all. In all of our automation and optimization and clever hacks that we've done in our sales funnels, we've completely neglected the most powerful tool. As I said, we've spent decades focused on writing content, writing emails out to them, but we've forgotten our voice. Now, think about it. The human voice conveys trust, empathy, urgency, instantly. It's what we've kind of built to survive on as a species. We believe people that we trust because we hear them, we empathize them. We're biologically wired to respond to it. We trust people we hear, we remember the things we hear. And yet, marketing's become almost entirely dependent on text-based content. Why? Because voice hasn't been scalable. You need people to do it. It's been too expensive, too manual. But with AI, that completely changes. Voice becomes a channel again that you can use. And this time, it's automated, emotionally intelligent, and always available. It's no longer just about putting words into the world, it's about creating moments, creating stories, conversations that allow you to convert. So I'm going to show you a quick demo of what that actually looks like in reality. Now, this might sound a little bit weird because it's me speaking to an AI version of me. So it has my voice, it understands Neural Voice as a business inside and out, and this is a demo that any of you can go onto our website today and try and have a conversation with AI me. Neural Voice works on phones, it works on websites. A bit easier to demo on a website, so that's what we've got here. So let's...
Hi, I'm AI Jeremy, the founder of Neural Voice. How can I help you today?
Yeah, Jeremy, I've just come across Neural Voice. If you could tell me a bit about it, that would be fantastic.
Absolutely, I'd be happy to. Neural Voice creates lifelike AI voice agents that handle customer conversations naturally across phone, web, and mobile. Are you exploring solutions to improve your customer interactions?
Yeah, I guess so. I heard you could help something with inbound leads and qualification, is that right?
That's right. Our AI voice agents can qualify inbound leads quickly and efficiently, freeing up your team to focus on higher value tasks. What specific challenges are you facing with lead qualification?
I guess it's just kind of that time to lead. So if an inbound lead comes in, we want to speak to it as quickly as possible, but we're busy.
I understand exactly what you mean. Speed is crucial in capturing leads. Would it be helpful if I shared how our AI agents can handle multiple inquiries instantly and qualify them in real time?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Great. Our AI voice agents can engage multiple leads simultaneously, providing fast, consistent qualification 24/7. This way your team gets only the most promising leads for personal follow-up. Would you be open to exploring how this could fit into your process?
First, I'd need to know a bit what you can integrate with. We use HubSpot. Do you have a HubSpot integration?
Yes, we do. Neural Voice integrates seamlessly with HubSpot to access and update lead data during conversations. Does your team have specific workflows you'd like the AI to support?
I don't think we do yet. It's probably something we'd build out, mainly to do with like when forms fill out their information, we might trigger. So how does that build into HubSpot?
Great question. When a lead fills out a form, our AI can automatically capture that info, qualify the lead based on your criteria, and push all the details back into HubSpot. This creates a smooth, automated flow. Would you like me to connect you with someone who can show you how these integrations work?
Yeah, that sounds good.
So we can see there from the conversation, it's not particularly robotic. It's not like talking to Alexa or Siri. You get an instantaneous response. It understands the business. It understands the context. It's a conversation. It's understanding everything I've said up to it to this point, and it's drawing on that information to create an actual conversation. Now, you can choose, you don't have to use my voice. There's thousands and thousands of voices that you can use. You can clone your CEOs or whoever's like your brand presence. Up to you guys on how you do that. But it allows you to create a character that you can build your brand around and give your brand a proper voice, like we've been discussing. And a lot of people, especially over the phone, when you've got phone interference in the way, don't tell it's AI. Up to you guys if you're upfront about it. We generally recommend that you are, but it's a choice you guys can make. We actually had a politician in June of last year. They were running to be MP in Brighton and Hove. They ran as AI Steve. They had about 30,000 conversations using Neural Voice. It had their voice, had their policies, and they were able to scale speaking to constituents. So there's so many powerful ways you can use this technology. So let's kind of zoom out a little bit and look at the way we handle leads today, because it's a fundamentally broken system. Response times are slow, as we've said. Touch points are really impersonal. If response times do tend to be quick, it's a automated email straight out to them that is generic. Maybe you're using HubSpot and it's a bit more personalized, but most people's are generic, let's be honest. And sales teams are stretched. You've got only so many calls you can make in a day, and you've got leads that you need to be closing as well as chasing. If we're able to automate more of the chasing part, sales teams can focus on the closing part. So as a result of this, customers drop out before they even ever speak to a human. And if you don't have that conversation, they're never going to convert. So in the old world, that's just kind of the cost of doing business. Today, it's completely unnecessary and really expensive to your businesses. Because as we've said, faster you respond, the more likely you are to win. Speed equals trust in this sort of world. And trust is the foundation of your conversion. So let's put a shift to what we're seeing here. Marketing used to be about content, and it still is for a wide extent. But you push it out, you wait, you hope it resonates. Now we're entering a completely new phase, conversation-led growth. Voice AI means your brand isn't just broadcasting, it's interacting with your customers, interacting at scale. In real time, with nuance, with emotional intelligence. It can understand how you're talking. It can understand if you're angry on the phone. It can understand if you're upset. It can understand if you're happy and adjust what it says just like a human can. It's the difference between sending an email and having a conversation. And I'm sure all of you can guess which is more likely to convert in the real world. So what exactly can neural voice and voice AI do? It speaks in your brand's authentic tone. You can customize the voices. You can use your own voices. That's up to you. It can handle objections naturally. It listens, it responds, and it adapts to everything that's been said. It can book meetings, so it can over the phone book a meeting with your sales team, with your customer service team, with an account manager. It's able to transfer those calls. Maybe it needs a human at the other end because the person's asking something ridiculously complex that a human's only ever going to be able to solve. We'll just transfer it to a human. It can qualify. It can put all of those notes directly into HubSpot, into Salesforce, whatever you use. And it was mentioned earlier that sales teams like to be on the phone. They don't like that manual data entry. I used to be a sales manager. No one ever enters the data into the CRM. Neural voice will just do it because it's told to do it. Straight away, as soon as that phone call is finished, all of the notes instantly put in the CRM. And does it 24/7. It's there every single day, answering the phone, having those conversations, supporting about 25 different languages so you can scale your business. It's like giving a script to your best salesperson and they follow it every single time. You don't have to build it out or manage anything. Neural voice takes all of that heavy lifting for you. You just focus on the growth. So let's talk a bit about numbers. So our average response time to a form being filled out is 6 seconds. You're in control of that. We can do it in about 1 second. That seems a little too quick. 6 seconds often feels too quick for some people as well. Some businesses like to wait about 10 to 30 seconds. Otherwise, it feels a bit too automated and a bit less human. But we like to do 6 seconds. As an engagement rate, 85% of people speaking to AI over the phone stay on the phone and have the conversation. And that's because people are becoming an inbound lead because they have questions they want answers to. And that's something AI is able to give them. It gives them the answers to the questions they have right when they have them. So they don't mind it's an AI a lot of the time. And then a 40% lift in conversions for booked meetings with AI because they're having these conversations straight away. Now, these aren't just marginal gains. These are fundamentally pipeline transforming gains. And this is what happens when you close the gap between curiosity from that contact, from that prospect, and your contact to them. So I'm going to talk to you a bit about a customer we started working with recently. They're a travel business that has quite a large sales team handling their inbound leads. Now, normally they have a team that's available between about 8 a.m. and about 6:30 to 7 p.m. Now, when do most people search for a holiday? In the evening, after kids have gone to bed. Now, if your sales team's not available there, totally useless. They fill out the lead form, the quote gets sent over to the team, and then the team calls them back the next day. Now, what are they likely doing the next day? Working, so you can't contact them. Their actual callback rate and connect rate on these request to quotes after the time when they're not able to receive them is about 5 to 10%. That is so much wasted data. You're paying for adverts that are driving traffic to your site and you're not converting them. So Neural Voice has started calling back all of these leads after hours. We're not doing it for in the day. They still rely on their human sales team because they're able to meet the quantity of leads they get. But in that evening hours, we are taking every single phone call right away, having the conversation with them and calling them back within 7 seconds, or if it's an inbound phone call, taking that lead straight away. It's qualified, a meeting is booked with the sales team so they can actually have it in the diary the next day, and the sales team has all of the information about what that lead is interested in. They know where they want to go, they know what they're interested in, and now they're able to have a proper qualified opportunity in their pipeline instead of just a phone number with no data that they can't get a hold of. So it's bigger than lead gen as a whole though. We're talking about a brand new customer interface. Your voice becomes a brand asset, recognizable, warm, and consistent every time. Your customer experience becomes immediate, natural, and has that emotional intelligence, and your revenue engine accelerates because the speed and connection drives that conversion. We believe every company in the next 5 years will have some form of voice AI within it, whether that's customer service, whether that's sales. The sooner you start to scale up and use this technology, the sooner you'll drive traction, drive revenue, drive more conversions. So the only big question is, who's going to achieve it first? So thank you very much for listening. That is Neural Voice. I recommend everyone give a voice agent a try on our website. It's really kind of cool to experience it for the first time. You've got a number of different options on there. One of them on our very top hero section, put in your phone number. You'll get a call back instantly from AI Me, and I'll be notified as soon as you do that as well, so I can follow up as a human. So thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it.